Hello everyone, this is me, Chandramouli Singh. I'm a final year student here at SAE Dubai and I'm working on my major project, which is a short psychological thriller film called Campfire. Now, Stephen and we are working on a series of tutorial videos in which we talk about how to use on-set equipment such as using lavalier mics, boom mic, and how to set up perfect recording levels so that you guys can take help of this knowledge and utilize this in your own personal projects. Now, to be specific, in this video, I will be talking about single system sound and double system sound. But before we get into that, I first need to talk about reference audio, auto and manual gain levels in camera settings so that you guys understand what it is about. Now, let us understand what is reference audio. So reference audio is basically when you're shooting on set, you're using the camera's inbuilt microphone to capture audio, but that audio is not that great, so we use external audio recorders such as the Zoom H6 recorder or the Tascam 70D to capture the audio. But the problem is we are left with the synchronization stuff. So we need to sync the audio recorded from the external audio devices and sync that with the video. So the reference audio comes into play. So we can see the crests and troughs, the audio waveform, and then we can align that stuff like the audio from the external audio recorders. We can sync that using the reference audio. Now, reference audio is helpful in syncing the audio recorded using the external audio recorders such as the Zoom S6 recorder or the Tascam 70D. So what we do is we take that audio and we sync that up with the reference audio, and it perfectly aligns with the video as well because we can see the audio waveform, and it is easier to do this way. So now we've understood what reference audio is. Now let us understand what is auto gain control and manual gain control on a camera. So in almost every camera, you'll find there are two options when it comes to the sound recording settings. So if you go to menu, you'll have to toggle in between different settings and then you'll find sound recording. Now this is set on auto. So if you go to auto, we'll see that the levels are loud. Now this is happening because the camera tries to make sure that the audio is consistent no matter how far away you are standing from the camera. So that's what the auto gain function is. It is helpful sometimes, but not all the time. So now let's talk about the manual gain control. So if I set it to manual, you can select your levels. If I decrease it, you'll see that it's decreasing. So the goal here is to make sure that the peak level is at minus 12 dB SPL so that you have enough headroom which is needed in mixing, because you don't want to clip and you don't want to have distorted audio. So now we have covered reference audio, automatic gain control, manual gain control. So now we'll talk about the single system sound. So single system sound is basically when you use the same device to capture video as well as audio, which in this case is this camera. So now we have this camera. We're going to use this to shoot, and we are using this microphone. This is a shotgun condenser microphone, and it is very directional so that if in case there's a lot of background noise, you can use a shotgun mic like this and direct it towards the sound source, and it'll try to minimize the background noise. Now this mic has three buttons here. Number one is the on and off button, and I'll turn it on. Now you see the green light, which means that it is turned on. The second button here is plus 10 dB boost. So if you put this on, that means the mic itself is going to boost the audio by 10 dB SPLs. Now the third button here is a pad. So in case there's a low frequency background noise, for example from the AC, then you can turn this pad on and it will get rid of those low frequency sounds. Now we've turned on the mic, we've put on a plus 10 dB boost, and we've also put on the pad. So now we're going to just turn on the camera. Camera's turned on, and we check for the sound recording levels. So we go to menu and then we go to sound recording, which is set on manual. So we need to check for the levels. So the levels here are quite decent. We'll just increase it by a little bit amount so that it peaks at like minus 12 dB SPL, which is a good recording level. So that's kind of it. And then we actually shoot and what's going to happen is the audio from the microphone and the video, it's going to be in perfect sync, so we don't have to worry about syncing that in post-production. Thank you. So the advantage with the single system sound is that you don't have to worry about syncing the audio with the video in post-production. It's already synced. But the other issue can be that, like sometimes you might not get the best audio possible, but it is still good if you're shooting for example, this tutorial video, it's good enough. So now that we have understood what reference audio is, what automatic gain levels and manual gain levels are, and also the single system sound, now we'll proceed with the double system sound. So in double system sound, as the name suggests, we have two different devices to record the audio and video. So for the audio, we have the Zoom H6 recorder, which is here. So we're going to use this as the external audio recording device, and we have the camera to record our video. So let's briefly talk about the Zoom H6 recorder. So first of all, I'm going to turn it on. Then now, as you can see, we have LR1, 2, 3, 4. So what this is, it basically means the input. So we have two XLR inputs on the right side, two XLR inputs on the left side, and then there's also this mid-side mic. And these small knobs, these are the preamps, which you can set up to your desired level. And there's also minus 20 dB pad, which you can put on if in case the sound source is way too loud. So now we are going to check for the formats. What we usually prefer in filmmaking is 24-bit 48 kilohertz sample rate. So if we go to menu, you can see on the screen that it shows folders. Then you go down and go to recording, select that, go to recording format, and then you have the various formats over here, as you can see. Now we want to select 48 kilohertz 24 bits, which is already selected. So we're gonna select it, and that is done. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys how to use this microphone for recording. So if I press L or R, it's gonna turn on the left-right channels for this mic. Now what I have to do is I have to increase the preamp level. So as I increase the preamp level, you can see that there's level increasing right over here. So that means the mic is picking up. Now, in order to record the audio, we just have to press the record button and it will start recording. Then once we are done, we just need to press it and it stops. So this recording will later be synced along with the reference audio, and it will be in sync with the video. The reason we use external audio recorders is to get better audio quality. So that's all about reference audio, automatic gain controls, manual gain controls, single system sound, and double system sound. So in the next video, I'll be talking about the microphone placement techniques for the lavalier mics, the boom mic, and how to set up recording levels and stuff like that. So if you guys found this useful, please like the video, and if you have any further questions, please leave it down in the comment box. Thank you.